Hello, I'm Joanna. Welcome to the Goddess Crochet podcast. That's right, I said podcast. For the 3 people who have seen me before, you know that I have been doing video logs, and it's pretty much the same thing as a podcast. So I figured I might as well just call this a podcast. And what I'm going to do from now on is, in my Goddess Crochet group on Ravelry, I will put in all the links to the things that we talk about, show notes as it were. I don't really feel the need to put that up on my website, but if you really want all the information encompassed in what we talk about today, go ahead and join the Goddess Crochet group on Ravelry. And I will put all the links to patterns and anything that we talk about, I'll put right in there, all in one place, easy to find. I'll also try and put stuff down in the YouTube description box, but they don't allow clickable links, so if you want to make things super easy on yourself, just go to the Ravelry group and join the Goddess Crochet group. That's it. So, how are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining me. And for the 3 people that have seen me before and are coming back, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate your support. If you are into crochet and knitting blogs and video logs and podcasts, and you want to make sure you know when I post a video again, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the like button, of course. Ding! So let's get right into the good stuff. I have a new giveaway running on my website for the warm-up with scarves and cowls. It's a book I just reviewed by Andy Javori. She from Leisure Arts, and all the designs are Andy Javori. And I did what did I do? 4? I did 4 cowls from her book. They're really easy. It's a knitted book. I know we have a lot of crocheters, maybe not as many knitters, but this is a knitting and crochet podcast, so let's just bust through that, okay? I showed these to you last week, these cowls. This is the geometric cowl. Oh, no, sorry, this is the lace cowl. And I made it with Lion brand shawl in a ball. I actually made 2 of them. And they're super drapey and nice. Here's the other one that I made. Super easy pattern. If you have never done lace knitting before, this is a great way to jump right in. Side note, I do still have Halloween decorations up. I'm gonna call it autumnal decorations because I'm not quite ready for winter. It's not winter yet. Let's not put up our winter decorations and get ahead of ourselves. Is that okay? Okay. The next cowl from her book, and like I said, I already showed you guys, so I'm gonna bust through this real quick. This is the geometric cowl. It's pretty neat construction because you start with the long stitches here, you cast on, and then you're casting on right here. Oh, that's my coffee pot telling me that it's going off. Sorry about that. Okay, so you've done this, and then you cast on right here, I don't know how many stitches, 8 or something. And then while you're working these stitches, you're binding off the horizontal stitches. It's a pretty cool technique. First time I've done that. And then this was the short row scarf, but I made it a cowl because I didn't want to weave in a million ends. Every time you do a triangle, that's 2 ends to weave in, and it was supposed to be a full-length scarf, and I was like, hell no, I am not doing that because I already had so many ends to weave in just from doing this that I couldn't even imagine doing a full scarf. However, in the future, I definitely want to try it again, but with self-striping yarn, like a Lion brand mandala, or I don't know what else, but just a, tonal self-striping yarn I think would look really cool in this, and you wouldn't have a bazillion ends to weave in, so I'm going to try that for next time. So, To enter to win a copy of Warm Up with Scarves and Cowls from Leisure Arts, go on over to www.goddesscrochet.com, and at the top you will see a picture of the book. Click on that and scroll down, and in the comments I want you to leave a comment what your favorite thing is to knit or crochet in the autumn. Your comment will be your entry, your giveaway entry. The giveaway is open until November 18th. By the end of the day, you got to leave your comment, and I will be choosing a winner for that book on November 19th. To be eligible to receive a copy of that book, you have to have an account with Leisure Arts, which is free. You just go to their website and set it up, and then the book will be deposited in your digital bookshelf, and you'll have it forever. You get to download it whenever you need it. Okay, so I'm excited about that. That's the first giveaway info. Let's move on to finished objects. I don't have a whole lot of finished objects, but I do have a sneak peek at a pattern that's coming out very shortly. How shortly, I do not know, but I do want to show you. This, I believe I'm going to call the Wavy Days hat, like D-A-Z-E, like that'd be cool. I originally designed it to be kind of a fold over brim. Let's try it on. Okay, so like I said, it's kind of long. If you don't want to fold it over, it's more of a slouchy beanie. Let's go ahead and mess up my hair, shall we? Okay, so here's like slouchy beanie style, but I kind of designed it so that you would have, it would be long enough to do a fold over brim as such. And it covers the ears, and it's like doubled up right here, so it's super cozy. It's made in worsted weight yarn, and the size that you want depends on the hook that you choose, or the size that you get depends on the hook that you choose. Hey hair, how you doing? So this is the medium, I believe. It's, like I said, worsted weight, and because of the stitch pattern, it feels nice and thick. It's like, feels like a bulky hat, even though it's made out of worsted weight. So this is going to be really nice for winter. And one of the good things I'm going to have for you guys is the option for a ponytail hat. So you can make this just as a regular beanie hat, or slouchy beanie, or a ponytail beanie, whichever your preference. Here's another one that I made. You can't see it quite as well because it's black. This one I made for my husband because he keeps losing his hats that I make him. I don't know what happens to them. I must have made him like 10 hats by now. I think he has like 1 left. Even the men's large size kind of fits me. It's a very generously sized pattern. So if you're worried about making it too small, go up a size. Because if you want the fold over brim, it's going to tighten a little bit around the head area. So go up a size or not, it'll probably still fit. I would suggest if you're a woman, average size woman, go ahead and do the medium. That should fit you just fine. And if you want to make one for a man, do the large. That pattern will be free on my website. Available, I'm going to say by next Friday, the latest. I hope. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see, what else do I have? I have been busy working on hats. So, as you know, I like to do reviews of the Crochet World magazine. And I just finished with the October review, and we did our giveaway, and somebody won. So that's good. And I am now working on projects for the December Crochet World magazine. I will do another giveaway of that magazine. That won't happen until probably the end of November, early December, but I will let you guys know, of course. This hat is from the December Crochet World magazine. This is the bulky slouchy hat. I think it's bulky slouchy. It's made with size 5 yarn, bulky. A really interesting technique. It's a herringbone half double crochet, which I had never done before, so it was interesting to try it out. This hat is actually for my daughter, so it might look a little small on me, and I didn't do as many rounds as the hat called for, because I didn't want it to be too long, but it's really pretty. This was done with Stitch Studio Lunar Tides, and that was from AC Moore. It is a bulky yarn. This is what I had left over after I made the hat, so I think I might actually even be able to make another hat with the same ball of yarn. So that's cool. I'll definitely be making another one of these because I want to make one for myself. I'm thinking I'll hold 2 strands of worsted weight together and see how that works out. We'll see what happens. What do we have next? Oh my goodness, you guys. It's been a while since I've showed you the Havana blanket. I've made some progress, and I started another one. I have like 4 blankets going right now, and 3 of them are Christmas presents. Oh my god, I hope I can finish in time. Alright, I'm going to show you the original Havana blanket that I started first. Now, like I said, I'm going to have all the information in the show notes at the Goddess Crochet Ravelry group, and I will also put the information down in the YouTube description box below, so you can get the pattern and join in if you want to. We are 6 weeks into the crochet along out of 8, so you could jump in. You might be a little behind, but not everybody is all caught up anyway, so it's not a big deal. We're having fun in the group. It's hosting the crochet along is the Pippin Crochet Club. Again, I'll put that information down for you below. On Facebook, the Pippin Crochet Club Club. And so everybody there is showing their photos and encouraging each other, and it's a really, really fun time. So, without further ado, I must say that I am not all caught up. I have only got to part 4. I finished part 4 a few days ago of the original Havana, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch up with everybody else, because like I said, I have another Havana blanket going, but I'm going to try. Okay, so I'm not sure what I showed you, how far along what I showed you the last time. I think I was up to finish part 2, maybe. So let's see if we can do this. Alright, I'm not going to be able to back up far enough for you to see the whole blanket, so I'll just try to scroll slowly. So there's the bottom. Isn't that so pretty, you guys? And that's how far I've got. I'm just using up scraps, and I'm trying to use up scraps. I think I bought 1 ball of yarn. It's already pretty cozy. It's going to be huge. Huge. Excuse me. So, I'm really loving that pattern. So much that I started another one, like I said. The second one is a gift. This one I'm keeping. This one I'm not parting with. It's gorgeous. It might go on the wall. My husband's paintings will have to come down to make room. But that's okay. That's what happens when you live in a house full of artists. Okay, so the second Havana is, this one I decided to keep easy, not go too crazy. And so I just chose 2 colors, a variegated and a solid. This one's a gift, but I can't say for who, because they might be listening. We don't want to spoil the surprise. Let's see. Okay, that's the bottom. So, I'm gonna have to stand up again. Okay. So this is a deep brown and like an autumnal variegated color. This one I started second, and I am only up to part 3 out of, or I just finished part 3. Actually, I have 2 more rows to finish part 3. And then let's see, that'll only be 4 sections behind. What do we just, 3, because we're on 6. Yeah, I'm a little behind, but that's okay. Not a big deal. I really like how the variegated is working up. I think it's really pretty, and it's not a lot of work, which is awesome. You see all these tails? A little scary, right? However, Tina, the lovely lady that designed this pattern, designed it so that at the end we're going to make a sort of a fold over border, and all those ends are gonna get tucked right in there, and we don't even have to weave in any tails. Like, I think at the end of this blanket there'll be like 2 tails to weave in. Seriously, how awesome is that? Because we don't like to weave in the tails, do we? We hates it. C'est la vie. Another finished object. A cute little one. This is the Everly head wrap by Mama Chi. You can find it on Ravelry. Find the link to it on Ravelry. And so, my poor daughter, she had a little bit of an earache the other day, and I just wanted to make sure her ear was protected from the cold because she doesn't always wear hats. So I made her several of these headbands, and one of them that I made was way too big for her, even though it was the toddler child size, so it fits me. Let's mess up my hair. It's kind of cute. It's good for keeping your ears warm around the house or outside if it's too warm for a hat. It's cute though. It's really easy. You start with a row and work back and then join to work in the round, and it's just half double crochets and single crochets and slip stitches in the back loop. Super easy. I was able to finish each one of these headbands in like 25 minutes. Tails woven in, full stop. So super quick project. If you need a last minute gift or whatever, totally recommend this headband pattern. Ear warmer, headband, whatever you want to call it. It's cute. The Everly wrap. Okay, I think one more finished object to show you guys. I am going to be an auntie soon. My brother and his wife are having their first child, and I'm really excited because I've never been an auntie before. I'm a mom, but I'm not an auntie. So, I have to preface this by saying that my brother and his wife are, I guess we can say goth, right? That's what they call themselves. They like to wear dark clothing, and they like scary things and bloody movies. I don't know. They're really nice people. They just like to wear black, you know. I don't judge. Anyway, so I took this as an opportunity to make baby items that have black in it, because where are you gonna find baby items with black in it? Nowhere. So I'm knitting a baby blanket. It's just plain garter. I'm just gonna do sections of color with stripes to transition into those colors. This is Bernat Blanket. It's that super soft, Chanel-y kind of feel, bathrobe kind of yarn. It is slightly difficult to work with. It's kind of sticky, but I have these Chai Gu knitting needles, which help out tremendously. I'm using a size 10.5. I swatched with a couple different sizes, but the recommended size, which I think was a 13 or an 11, it just came out too holy. It came out holier than thou. It was too gappy, and I don't know about you, but I can't stand baby blankets that are super lacy or have lots of holes in them. All I can think about is that poor baby getting their like toesies, little tiny cute little feet caught up in the blanket, and we don't want that. So I wanted to make sure this was tight knit as possible. So that's why I used a smaller needle that it's called for. It's still gonna make a nice blanket. It's not like stiff or anything. It's not super drapey, but this isn't a shawl, so it doesn't matter. It's a blanket. It's gonna be cozy and wonderful. And Joe and Camille, if you're watching, this blanket is for your baby. It should be ready by Christmas, hopefully. Maybe by the time the baby is here, but that is going to be any day now. Yay for babies. I think that's it for finished objects. Oh, but I wanted to mention, because I'm super excited. Now, the Havana blanket, the one that I was making for someone, the gift one, I used the Studio Classic yarn from AC Moore. I got these big balls. Let's see, this one was on sale for $5, and I think I've used one so far in the blanket. I think it's going to take 3 or 4 to make the blanket. Get off hair. Okay. And it's pretty soft. It's better than Red Heart Super Saver. But the big thing that I wanted to say, because AC Moore is only available, the stores are only around on the East Coast, like, you know, from Maine down to the Carolinas. They have online shipping now. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Right? Because I think I said 2 video logs ago, or maybe 1 video log ago, I'm not sure how they stay in business when you have Joann Fabrics, Hobby Lobby, Michaels. Is that all of them? They all do online shipping, online ordering. You can buy from them online. You don't have to go into the store. But AC Moore, you could only go into the store, which I love to go shopping at AC Moore. But you find folk in like Texas or California or wherever can't buy AC Moore yarn because there was no stores around your place. But alas, no more. You can buy AC Moore stuff online. So you can get this Studio Classic and try it out now. Because, like I said, for the price, you really can't beat it. I mean, it's not a super luxury fiber, obviously. It's just acrylic. But for an acrylic yarn, I'm really gung-ho about this Studio Classic, you guys. And AC Moore Marketing Department, if you're watching, feel free to send me yarn. I will make patterns for you. Yay. That's what I'm excited about. AC Moore. Yay. Let's see. Only a couple more things to show you guys, and I will let you go. You can leave, okay? You can't leave until I'm finished. Just kidding. You can leave whenever you want. I don't care. I do care. You should stay till the end, but whatever you do, you want. Okay, we have a crochet along going in the Crochet Along Central group on Facebook. I will leave details in the description box and on the Goddess Crochet Ravelry group forums. It's the 2018 Holiday Stash Down. It's hosted by Marie Segarras of Underground Crafter. You can go to undergroundcrafter.com and get all the info. There's a new pattern released each Monday, and my pattern will be released on December 3rd. I can't show you guys what it is, and I can't tell you guys what it is, but I'm super excited. I can tell you that it's cozy, and I can tell you that it's made from chunky paint box yarn. The lovely people at Love Crochet and loveknitting.com provided the yarn for the designers for this project. And so my project, you will need 3 skeins of the paint box Simply Chunky, and I'm excited. I just took pictures of it the other day and I'm still editing it, but it's a really nice pattern, so I'm excited. And there's already been a whole bunch of patterns released for the stash down. What you can do is when you finish your project, take a picture and upload it to Underground Crafters page for the giveaway. Like I said, I'll link to that in the description box and on the Ravelry page. There are some awesome prizes, you guys. There's yarn, there's crochet hooks, there's like non-knitting stuff like lotions, but there's lots of yarn. The Love Crochet or Love Knitting people are giving away, I think it is 60 balls, 60 skeins of the paint box yarn to one lucky winner. 60! Like, what? That's crazy. And there's lots of good prizes, so you really, really should check it out. I urge you. I wish I could enter. I don't think I can because I'm actually a designer in the Crochet Along, but if I wasn't, I would enter in a hot minute because there are some awesome prizes. So definitely check that out. It's the Crochet Along Central, C-A-L Central, crochet group on Facebook, and also undergroundcrafter.com. You can get that information. That's it for crochet alongs and finished objects and knitting and crochet stuff. I mentioned, I think it was in the last video log that I did, that I had finished a teeny tiny little cross stitch. It was a little birdhouse, really cute. And I had mentioned that I have been looking at cross stitch kits online. Well, I went to Joann's. Actually, I went to many places and I couldn't really find like a good kit that I was interested in. And I was looking on Amazon. And I didn't buy this from Amazon. I did get it from Joann's. But it was one of the ones that I was looking at on Amazon. Look at that, you guys. How beautiful is that? I love the moon. I love fairies. I thought, and I have a little daughter, and I thought that this was just so appropriate. Little fairy mom and her daughter. Isn't that adorable? It's called Twilight Silhouette. And I also got a frame, like one of those snap frames, because it's kind of big. Let's see, it's 14 by 11 inches. And I haven't done much yet, and it won't look like much because, gosh, cross stitch takes forever, doesn't it? But let's see if you can see any of that. That's what I have so far. Very little to show for you guys, but it's something. And I really enjoy it. I haven't had much time to work on it because I have a lot of crochet deadlines and things to work on this month. Holiday season is in full gear and it's getting a little crazy around here. I don't know about your house, but it's crunch time. So the cross stitch might take a backseat, but it's something that I like to do when I don't feel like I have any obligations. It's a good like Sunday afternoon project, right? Yeah, holiday season is in full swing. I am thinking about all the gifts that I have to make and the things that I need to finish and the patterns that I want to get out and the reviews that I need to do. There's a lot of stuff going on, but I'm gonna try and get it going and make it work. I suppose one last thing I can tell you guys about is the sweater that I am wearing. This was really the first sweater that I ever knit. It is the let me stand up. Okay, there's the bottom. It's the Big and Comfy sweater. You can see that it's knit like with a split seam in a ribbing pattern, and then it's worked in the round all the way up. And then at the bust area, you cast on for the sleeves and work a ridge pattern. It's super simple. There was no shaping in the waist, but I did decrease a little bit, just for my own personal taste, along the side to kind of scoop it in. Give me a little bit more of a shape as opposed to a boxy, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but like I said, super easy. I made this with Lion Brand Mandala yarn and in the small size. And it came out, like, it fits perfect, you guys. It fits really good. Yeah, it fits really good, the small size, and I'm not super skinny. About a size 6, right? And it fits really good. So I would say if you're hesitant to make this pattern, don't be, because the sizing is pretty generous. It's got a lot of stretch to it, and if you've never made a sweater before, it's a great first sweater pattern, because there's there is seaming. I will say that instead they have you do a front side and a back side, but I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to seam it at the end, so I did the ribbing I did in 2 pieces, but then joined to work in the round, and then worked this section all the way up the side without seaming it. I just worked up, until you get to the arms, and then you do have to separate, and at the end you'll seam underneath the bottom and seam up the neckline. So yeah, really fun. I enjoyed it. Marley Bird also has a video tutorial on how to do this sweater, which is super helpful. I watched it before I even attempted the pattern. She makes things really easy to learn. I think that's it, you guys. Don't forget to go and enter the giveaway for the cozy warm up with scarves and cowls. Like I said, that'll be running through November 18th. The winner will be chosen November 19th. And soon I will have the giveaway for the December Crochet World magazine. And that has some really fun patterns in it. I will tell you guys more about that probably next week. And visit the Goddess Crochet group on Ravelry, and I will put all the links to things that we have talked about in there, and you can find all that good info. Until next time, I guess, because I don't really have anything else to show you guys. I'm excited because 2 of my favorite shops are having shop updates later today. Amy Florence from Stranded Dye Works and Stranded Podcast is having a shop update, I think at 2 o'clock today, so I'm going to try and buy some of her yarn. And then Fat Squirrel Speaks, or Fat Squirrel Fibers, is having a shop update. She makes bags. She sews bags. And I eyed this adorable knitting gnome bag, and I want it so badly. So I'm gonna see if I can't buy that tonight. She has a shop update at, I think at 9 tonight. So that's what I'm gonna be doing, a little shopping today. Treat yourself, right? Yeah. You guys have a great weekend. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.